Club Mission Marble Maze. I'm Sandy, and today we're going to have some fun with some marbles and some straws and a little maze creation. You should have already picked up your Take and Make bag that'll have the things that you need in it to create your marble maze. Let's get started. In your Take and Make bag, you're going to find a bunch of straws, a cardboard platter, some marbles, and a roll of washi tape. You also will need from your house a pencil or a pen and a pair of scissors to cut the straw. So the first thing you can do is sketch out a rough idea of how you want your maze to go, and by that I mean if you want to try some fun angles or something like that, but you could take your plate and you could mark this the start, and then you can draw a line here and then come across and maybe go like here. And drawing these lines is where we're going to start our placement of our straws when we start building our maze. And so then I would want to go here with a piece of straw, and maybe here with a piece of straw. And again, you can start laying your straws down, and if you want to add different angles or that kind of thing, you can do that as you're creating your maze. And you can always add or take away if it doesn't work. And again, that's just kind of the whole point of this, is to start and see how it works. And so then after you've kind of got an idea of where you want your straws to be laid out, you can start cutting pieces of straw and just do your best guess. And you can even take and cut a piece a little shorter if you think you might want one of your guides to be shorter. So then the next thing you'll do, I'm just setting my marbles aside so they don't run away from me. You'll take your washi tape and find the beginning, and sometimes that's kind of tricky. That may be the trickiest part of this whole project. Let's see if I can get the whole. Okay. My tape is arguing with me. All right, once you get your washi tape started, you can just tear a piece off and start attaching your pieces of straw. So just tear it. And if it does give you trouble, you can always cut it with scissors too. Usually it's pretty easy to tear, but if you need to, use scissors. So we're going to just, what I did is to make it stick the best, is kind of make sure to tuck the ends in here so that your straw is kind of stable. And if you want to put more than one piece of tape on each piece of straw, you're certainly welcome to do that. And then just keep going with different pieces of straw on your diagram. And then once you get them all attached, and again, I'm kind of just running my fingernail along the edge of the straw just to keep it in place. Running it across my washi tape to keep it in place. That one looks a little bit too long. That one's not long enough. So just cut your pieces of straw. Oh, and shoot them across the room. That's not what it's supposed to do. There we go. one's still a little bit longer. And just be careful you don't poke somebody in the eye with your flying pieces of straw. And just keep laying out your pieces, just like this. And then just keep going until you've got them all attached, and then you can run your marble through it to see if you've got a good placement. And again, you can always add some fun angles if you want. Like we could add an angle here if we wanted to. Just whatever you think it's gonna need to make it fun and challenging for you. Once you've completed placing your straws and your washi tape and creating your maze, go ahead and give it a try. And part of the experiment that we're checking out here is gravity. And gravity is the force that holds things in place. So if we've got our marble maze and we've got our maze flat, our marble doesn't really go anywhere. But if we put it at an incline and then we put our marble in there, the gravity is going to pull it down our surface this way. And so if we put our marble here, and I'm not going to try it this way because that's going to create too much, it's going to come flying at you. We don't want that. But if we put it here and it goes, and I've made a stop here, so we would just have to put our little maze here and try to run it through. And the other thing is there is friction being created, slowing the marble down with the pieces of washi tape. And friction is the resistance that something gets when it runs across another surface. So say we had put patches of sandpaper or something in here, there would be more resistance on the marble than the smooth plate that we are using for our marble maze. So we'll start here and see what we can do with the friction and the gravity. And it's not supposed to do that, but here we'll try it like this. And there, you can also take and move it. And kind of, we'll start here and see what happens. And that may indicate that we may need to make some adjustments with our straws, and you can always do that. The whole point of this maze is to get it so you can run the marble from top to bottom and get it to go out. So there may be, my angles may be too crazy here for it to work all the way through, and maybe we have to hold it higher to get it to go through, to get it to have enough force. So I'm gonna just, for experiment's sake, start over here with my marble, and then it's just running right down our plate. So that angle may be too much. So I'm gonna start over here again and see if I can get it. That's better. It didn't quite want to fly off the plate that time. So maybe this is the way we need to go. So then it was able to go down the incline, slow down, and here it's telling me that my straws are too close together, that the marble can't go. So that would be another adjustment that I would have to make on my maze. And that's the end goal, is to have spaces it'll work through that your marble can go through without getting caught and run from top to bottom, using gravity and friction to get there. Thanks for joining us today for Virtual STEM Club Mission Marble Maze. We hope you had fun doing the project, and we would love to see any video or pictures of you doing it, and you can share them with the email address that's on the screen now. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.